These are the best goalkeepers in FC 24. Beautiful people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Controversy is going to ensue. Goalkeepers, completely subjective. You don't get the same stats. Someone I love, you might hate, and vice versa. That's why we have a comment section. If you want to see plenty of these players in action, second channel, tutorials, tips at the playbook. We have Miracle Worker, consistent, usable, infuriating, in the pine. As per usual, you don't want to be in the bottom of the tier list. Like it, subscribe it if you're new. I appreciate you. Allison, gotta be up there. I'm not sure if I'm throwing down a Miracle Worker. It's not Sunday. We're not putting prayer behind Allison just yet. I don't think she's quite good enough. Infuriating, I suppose. That might be a little too aggressive. I'm rebranding a category. I don't know if debatable does justice. It's normal. This is what it will be. Here we go. Will make you mad. There's the rebrand. Inform, big body type. Yep. I don't necessarily believe in the ratings with goalkeepers in particular. I've done enough of this. I put in a lot of work. Super confusing. Bixby. She's still gonna cause problems. If you're going Saudi League, this should be your #1 choice. Big body from the Moroccan. I like this upgrade as well. If you want to do an SBC, out there catching. He's got mittens. Jane Campbell. That's going to be our first Pine Dweller. 5'8". Just too undersized. I can't be giving up long shots for the free. Same goes with Campos. I know. Hero, high rated. I see what you see. But if I'm going up against Campos, I am looking for opportunities. I'm going full shark. I'm smelling blood. I'm sensing opportunity. Long shots are us. Castillos. I like them. You could get by with usable for sure. Good track record as well amongst the community. I'm sure he's making you angry. Courtois, Miracle Worker. And if you don't know what a Miracle Worker is, let me give you by definition. This category in particular is reserved for goalkeepers that will win you games when you don't deserve it. Hence, a miracle. They're consistent, and then they have this miracle objective. They're wearing a halo. No, not buying into the inform. Costa, Pine, Donnarumma. I like him. I do. I've got trust in him. He's in that Courtois category for me. For yours truly, he's there. Dudek, I unfortunately packed him in my hero guarantee. Still usable. I don't think so. I put her in emotion. I wasn't that impressed. I'm not ready to give that extracurricular. Ederson and Alisson, very similar. You might have a preference between the two, but a couple Brazilians, Premier League, high-rated big clubs. Always a similar output in my opinion. Endler, really enjoyed using her. Would recommend. Was a surprise, but she had the athleticism. She was getting to everything. Spider-Man 2 just released. She might be featured in Spider-Man 3. No, sir. I'm going to come in hot. It is what it is. 5'9". That's going to be a no-go. Generally speaking, put him into the debate or the angry situation. Giroud, what an icon. What a legend. I love this inclusion from EA. Maybe my favorite item to drop just in terms of fun, usability, storytelling.
Still with Puskas. Giroud off his line and then makes the save.
Capturing a moment. I'm giving him consistent. It might be biased. It probably is biased. I just like it. Big G, for sure usable. Maybe even into consistent. He's been one of my favorite goalkeepers to go to in the Bundesliga. Last few years, we've got a trust factor. Aubrey, Kingsbury, absolutely not going to be a king on this squad. Not at mediocre Cloud FC. Again, just undersized. Kobel, good to go. I'm going to put him into consistent. Hugo Lloris never does the business for me. But I know this year in particular, many of you, and I make videos with a macro in mind, love him. You support him, you co-sign him, you've gone French. Even with the downgraded rating, he's actually been upgraded in terms of rotationals, but not for me. I'm still putting him in usable, but I want that on the record. He does not do the business for Dirty Mike. Lopez to the Pine. Big Mike, another Frenchman that I'm giving him usable, but he makes me angry. He's either outstanding or horrific, and I do not like that lack of consistency, but I feel that he has to still be usable. Many of you will love him. He'll be a go-to goalkeeper. He's been the go-to in the Serie A. He's just not invested in our internal culture, our ethos. He doesn't align. I don't know what it is. Martinez, usable. Mendy, probably gonna make you a little bit angry. Love an Italian goalkeeper. I'm telling you, we're shooting through this quick today. I can't provide the same analysis for goalkeepers because it's all opinion based. Even from a statistical standpoint, high rated, low rated, somewhere in between. It might not equate to a good performance for you. That's why I look forward to the comments. If you see a comment you like, upvote it or reply to it in terms of people feeling like players should move and groove. Alyssa to the Pine. 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". I know that she's undersized, and it just doesn't work. Navas never gets the love he properly deserves. He could make a movement early. Neuer, I got trust in him. I do. And the way you can cut angles, you can sweep or keeper, Neuer fits well for that bill, if that's the way that you're paying for the experience. I'm feeling anger. I'm just feeling anger. I'm not seeing a bunch of women goalkeepers in any rotation for division rivals or foot champs. I don't think that's by accident. Black, it's got to be there. La Liga goodness. Ochoa, legend for the country of Mexico. Always concedes the best goals ever. That's been part of his career messaging. Has to be a wonder goal to beat the likes of Ochoa. He should probably be in the pine, but I'm tossing him up a notch. Oh, nah. He hasn't been great. I'm feeling a little bit of some controversy. More likely to make you angry. That's the final verdict. Inform to the gutter. Pickford will make you angry, or you're going to say he's overpowered. Pope is the real deal this year. I actually think he needs to be inconsistent, even at an 84 overall. Ramsdale, I feel the same way about him. That might be coming off a little crazy with the list, but that's how this works. Another inform that didn't shift him. Rui got good track record, proof of concept. I built a team with him earlier this year, and I thought that he was better than you would expect, but the game's already shifted. It's changed. We've seen patches. The second Rui is going to be a no. Sandra, I tried because the Barcelona women all over the virtual pitch, fantastic. Excelente. I'm going to give her a notch up. It wouldn't be hard to put her into the pine, but she did make some saves. She's just not as reliable as I would personally expect. Pine. Sommer, I like him. Don't know if he's quite consistent. He's close. You can make a case for him, but this feels right. Chesney, always overlooked. Should not be overlooked. Put some respect on Chesney's name. Ter Stegen. Oof. I'm not sure. I like him. Gone up against him plenty as well. I would put Pope on the same stage. I'm not giving love to the informs on this list. I don't think anyone's made it outside of Giroud in that upper three. You want to be in the top three. Let's call a spade a spade. Trap. I just used him. He had a lot of moments that made me want to break a controller, and he also had moments where I was praising the man like you couldn't believe. I was taking a bow. That is the statement or the quote that I want attached to Trap. Simone feels right. We're bumping Italian down low. Last but not least, we have Zinsberger. You want to put her up a category, you could. Let's review. The question, do we have any movement in the pine? I don't think so. If anything, the bottom two have so much interchangeability. The undersized goalkeeper doesn't work for me. If you're not at least 6 foot as a minimum standard, I really find my comfort levels to just not be there. I would say for these informs, if you wanted to bring them down, you could do it. It's more a case of, is there anyone from will make you angry that needs to go up to usable? Some of you might make a case for Onana. If anything, I'm maybe bringing players down from usable. If anything, I should bump Ochoa down. I'm leaving Ochoa up for the Mexican fans. I'm doing it. In the longevity, don't care. I'm doing it. From usable, Trap could have movement down if you really wanted, but most of you will still have him here. I can see the case for Allison going up, or Ederson. I can understand it for even Pope. He's been that good this year. Ter Stegen, I get it. If you want to make that argument, so be it. I feel like I should bump one player up to Miracle Worker just to have a top 5. I've had slightly better experiences with Ederson compared to Allison, so I'm going to slot him into that final 5th position. And again, I understand if you disagree. Use the comments. I'd love to hear your logic. This is a difficult position comparatively to anywhere else. You live and die on the island of your opinion when it comes to goalkeepers. Those are my thoughts. Let's stir it up. There should be a couple videos on screen suggesting other content you need to watch. If you have not subscribed, that would be highly appreciated. And I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.